Speaking like a helicopter and making a bunch of noise that's going nowhere, Sony. Sony scrapped a, well, I mean, what hasn't Sony scrapped at this point? But Kraven, he was supposed to be in the MCU in the third film. It seems like that's what they were going for, which made sense. The moment we all saw the last film, we're like, oh, okay, Kraven's next, right? Well, yes and no, because we know through everything that we've learned over the course of the last 2 years, that would have been the plan, but then the whole, hey, multiverse, hey, we're taking Spider-Man out. Compromises had to be made, and now Kraven is becoming his own film, but it sounds like they might be using ideas that the MCU came up with. Like, it's a weird scenario.
I don't think Feige came up with Kraven's Bakery. I refuse to
Or he
believe
was hungry
Feige
one
came-
day.
Maybe the intern Feige, but no Feige.
No. Yeah. So, I mean, first and foremost, let's talk a little bit about the whole Kraven scenario, because the way the last film ends, Far From Home ends, I mean, that's a perfect lead-in. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
Spider-Man's on the run, hiding his identity. You know, everybody knows his identity. Kraven is going to come out and hunt him, hired by J. Jonah Jameson. Okay. Yeah.
And we know they were going to do this because if you go back way before any of the multiverse news came out, they were looking for like a Joel Kinnaman type and we're going to film in Iceland.
Yup.
So it's kind of like, yeah, we were going to get Kraven. But
Yeah. It's one of those things where, you know, depending on how Spider-Man is, and again, we don't know. Spider-Man could end up being a bad film. Like, we have no idea. People need to realize that. You know, the third film could be bad and could be just a glorified, you know, spot cameo fest for all
Let's
we
say
know.
right now, there's no way it can be worse than Spider-Man 3.
No, of course not.
That movie's horrendous.
No, that movie's terrible. But yeah, or TASM 2. Even though TASM 2 has some elements I do like, but it's the
I'm
whiplash
watching that
effect.
tonight.
Oh,
I watched Tasm last night.
oh. I like TASM 1. You know, it's...
And after, just to completely derail this, after rewatching the Raimis and Tasm 1 so far, Tasm 1 is definitely better than the Raimis.
I do like TASM 1. You know what? We're going to get back to derailing conversations off the rail. People seem to like that. So, you know, I will say in TASM 1, right? Like, when you look at that film and you realize, no, this was trying to be different. They were doing something different. You get a bigger appreciation for the risks they took. And you just kind of feel bad then realizing that they cut out at last minute all the stuff that would have made it completely different because they were unsure. It's like, it's unfortunate.
But I will be honest, I completely forgot about the parents being like spies in that start of that movie.
Yeah.
And then when it starts and like it's his mum and dad and they're running away and there's all the spiders, I was like, what the hell am I watching? It's like, this isn't Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Like,
but
Amazing Spider-Man.
even in the comics, weren't they like robots or something?
I think in some continuity, but they were like spies for Shield or something at one point.
No, if I remember correctly, because I don't know if you guys are reading like the end of Spencer's run. Like he made a roundabout to where, what was it? Harry was the one who made the robots and all this other weird stuff that's been going on.
I didn't keep up with Spencer's run, and from the sounds of that, I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
It gives really
Like,
bonkers at the
what?
end.
What the hell is that? Because wasn't the Harry also that weird centipede dude in that run?
Yeah,
Or a version
technically
of Harry that died.
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
a version.
I remember.
that's-
Yeah.
that's-
It's like it was this weird not clone because his spirit kind of took over other clones' bodies and stuff like that. That's what it was. Oh yeah, no, it's just Mephisto makes everything worse.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
actually glad you brought that up because this actually brings us back around in a convenient way to the Kraven conversation because
Hey.
the clones thing, because Kraven was supposed to appear in either TASM 3 or 4, and he's been scrapped. Kraven seems like the new Venom. Like, they're going to get this thing off the ground one way or not. Like, there's like, no, Kraven has to happen, and it will happen. It's like, over our dead bodies. Yeah, probably. Like, it's, I don't know. Like, I want to see Kraven. I'm actually glad we're going to get it with a competent actor. Like, you know, well, how do I put this? Do people know who he is?
Who, Aaron Taylor Johnson?
Yeah, do they know he was cast? Yeah, that was made official, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not a okay.
It's not official. It's from the trade.
Okay, yeah, but they haven't confirmed it, but it is. And I'm glad it's a competent actor like Aaron Taylor Johnson, and I have hope that this might be good, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
It's one of those. It's like I want Kraven. Kraven will be really cool in a Spider-Man movie. I didn't want it at the expense of Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like no, you could have. It might not have happened, but you could have brought Quicksilver back proper. But
yeah,
I suppose he can double dip. We've had Gemma Chan do it, but
yeah, just have him when he's Kraven have a full-on beard, and then when he's back as Quicksilver, just nothing, and it's a completely different person. Honestly,
I'm down.
Although both would have terrible Russian accents. God damn it, that's kind of a screw up.
Well, technically, one's Eastern European.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah, and we're all the same.
Just make Kraven the other side of Russia, not the European side of Russia, the Asian side of Russia.
I was gonna say, like, Russia does have like 6 time zones, so that's very possible. Yeah.
Russia's huge.
Yeah, it is. Huge. That's how big it is. That's how big it is.
That took me a second. My brain had to really think about what that huge was for, and I was like, "What is that over here?"
Oh yeah, yep. So there we go. That's our Kraven and other talk. We'll talk more about Kraven in due time, unless it gets canceled, and then we'll talk about him because he'll probably.
I hope so. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. This gets derailed.
So we got Morbius bloody coming out. So
when Morbius makes,
I'm only kidding myself, really.
Just wait till Morbius makes like $400 million and it gets a sequel and spin-offs. Just wait. It's gonna be.
It will make $4.
1 ticket, please. Oh, it's Armin, our only customer.
He's coming to matinee.
Well, you're forgetting Nick's gonna show up, so that's at least 2 tickets sold.
So Nick lies. He pirates. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He spent too much on Snyder Cut stuff. You can't afford movie tickets.
I'd like to imagine.
I thought it was for the Daredevil suit.
Oh yeah, the Daredevil stuff as well. Yeah.
Nick is selling off all the stuff he got for the Snyder Cut to afford all the Daredevil stuff now. He realized this is a mistake.
He's just painting his Affleck figure red. It's like, it's still Daredevil, damn it.
Went to the good store to just buy red paint, just splashing it on there. This is not going to waste. I'm headcanoning. This is what Nick is doing. If he says he's not, he's lying. So just admit it.
I mean, he just said he doesn't pirate, so he's lying.
Arr. There you go. So yeah, Kraven.
Speaking of Daredevil.